Winterizing your home and garden in North Carolina.
We're going to get all that with our 10 fun things to do. But all that, when after we do our introduction. So with that, let's hit it. Hi, it's Allie Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now, with all of that,
Exactly. One of this main reason of the video was one of our people that they comment and they came from north to this area, ask us to do a winterizing video about you.
And it's good to know about keeping our homes, maintaining our
Yes.
homes so you get the full value of your home. So as a real estate agent, we can definitely give you some tips for Eastern North Carolina here or in all of North Carolina.
Exactly. The first basically tip that we wanted to talk is inspect and maintain the roof. No?
Right.
First.
So you want to make sure that your roof is in good shape. That's going to protect us from any storms.
Exactly.
Also, we're going to check the gutters. Make sure that there's no leaves because, fall leaves happen. So we want to make sure the leaves aren't there. That's going to stop the water from getting out, which will prevent water damage.
Exactly.
To our roofs and everything.
The next thing that we wanted to talk and is very important is the AC unit, especially if you're using for the cooling and
Heating, air conditioning. We have HVACs here.
Yes. And basically you service, like maintenance service, annually definitely, and make sure, check your heating system and make sure that it's ready for the winter.
And also you want to change your air filters. You should be doing that every month. You should. I would recommend monthly ones, but if you are on some other plan, which I don't recommend, you should definitely think this is the time to change your air filters.
Exactly. The next important thing, of course, by the change of the temperature is the plumbing and insulating the water pipes. What else?
Basically what we do is you want to just disconnect your hoses outside, turn off the water supply for the winter because you don't want freezing on your pipes outside that are part of your home. You can get something to kind of put around your pipe, your outdoor pipe, keep that from freezing. If you do have any other pipes, you should definitely insulate those. If they're not in your house, we should definitely be insulating things. But basically we want to kind of keep things warm in the winter.
Exactly, which brings us to the next one, which is weatherproofing, which is seal gaps and cracks. Seal any gaps or crack in your walls and windows to basically prevent cold air from coming inside of your house.
Right, and if you want new construction or your home doesn't have a storm door or your windows are kind of not perfect, now's the time to really think about making sure that you have some protection from the elements. So installing a storm door is always a nice thing to have. That way you can open the air and everything else. Now let's talk about the garden.
Garden and yard. My wife is very excited for this, which basically we're gonna start with the lawn care. And in basically in the fall and the beginning of the winter, definitely aerate your soil to allow the nutrient to reach out to the root of all of your lawn and basically makes them ready for the winter. No?
We always have a fun little, how do you say that word? I would say aerate because it's part of air, but you're basically putting those little holes in the ground to let the fertilization get inside. So that's what we mean. And there's different systems to do that. You have a dethatcher. Some people wear the shoes. But, just want to say that word.
It depends on how much you want to put for yourself work.
Yeah.
Or you want to hire somebody. And the next thing is basically fertilizing the lawn, which apply the fertilizer to basically promote healthy roots for the growth of your lawn.
Right, now let's talk about number 6, which is gardening. So say you're like us, because I prefer perennials versus annuals, because I don't like to always put new plants in my yard. So what we need to do with our perennials is make sure that there's mulch to protect them from any freezing temperatures. So you want to make sure that they're insulated again, so we're not on those cold days, they're going to be okay.
And also the next thing is harvest late crops.
Yeah, if you're like us and you have some trees that are there for crops, or you have a real farm, now's the time to get the rest of the crops in.
Now, we wanted to talk next item 7, about prepping the tools like sharpen and for if you have a lawnmower, sharpen your lawn blade, and also basically the oil. Make sure that you restore them good for the starting season in the spring.
And you're gonna store it away. Make sure you're not just leaving it outside. So you want to follow the manufacturer instructions, store it, and keep it nice. Now what about trees? Number 8.
Trees and shrubs. Basically, trim your trees and shrubs, remove any dead and overhanging branches that could basically harm the tree. And what else you wanted to add to this?
I mean, you're just keeping everything neat and tidy. Number 9, we should all, things happen. If for whatever reason you do lose power, which really doesn't happen here, but if you do, always have an emergency kit, have flashlights, batteries, first aid, whatever it is that you need an emergency kit, always have a quick emergency kit for the just in case, because you never know what happens.
Just in case.
Number
also
10 is called it just in case.
In Eastern North Carolina, we barely have snow. We have snow once or twice a year. Last year we didn't have it at all. But in this situation, have shovel or any de-icer in your home.
Right, have a shovel in your
If something happened, just be ready for it.
Put some protections on your outdoor furniture. You want to have supplies at home of food to make sure that you just, you have food supplies. You have whatever you need to do in case you have to do your school work at home or your work from home scenarios. You have paper, pens, whatever it is you need. It typically doesn't happen. And also, I wanted to kind of throw in this fun little extra fun. These are things that will help up your home value when you're winterizing your home. I know I surprised him because these are just smart home ideas that you can say that will help you with all of this stuff. Okay, so number 1, with HVAC, you can have a smart thermostat that's going to be able to help you control the temperature a little better.
Exactly.
With gardening, you can have a smart irrigation system to where you're using like well water to help keep your plants outside on a smart system, which is controlled by you and your phone, which is a nice fun thing.
Exactly. What is the next one?
I surprised him.
He surprised me.
Okay, other things we're going
to...
Smart smoking carbon monoxide. You want to be able to have you're getting alerts to your phone in case things happen. Another thing to think about is smart blinds. And smart blinds where you can control the temperature in your home by controlling the blinds of your home.
Wow.
We skipped smart lights. Where you can have your lights on and off based on your schedule of controlling it. That's also going to help you in the winter. And the last thing you want to throw in there, what's smart?
You tell me.
Smart doors and window sensor, which I didn't even know what a window sensor was at the making of this. I Googled it. He saw me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, yeah. I was watching. You can, if the windows are left open, the alerts will tell you that, hey, you left the window open. You want to prevent the heat loss. That way you can kind of control your indoor temperature at all times, which is really important and really what we're doing here in the winter.
That's a lot of material to unpack. I hope you love this video. Don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357. We are here for you. And basically put the comments for us and subscribe in our channel.
Tell me what other smart devices I should be thinking about.
Yes. And thank you and see you in the next podcast and video.